At the heart of our nation sits something so powerful and all-pervasive that we don't even notice it's there.
It's wonderful. How would we manage without it? How? And it is totally magical. Where's it come from?
Building it would be one of Britain's greatest engineering achievements.
There was this sense of pioneering. It was a great feeling, and the locals felt it was a great feeling. Bang, and here you are. Here's electricity.
From the power stations, the current is fed into the great network of transmission lines commonly known as the grid. This electrical backbone of the country is a unique British achievement.
Through its lattice, current can travel from power stations across the country and right into our lives. In 1920, just 6% of British homes were connected. Electricity was yet to go mass market. The task of bringing Britain into the light fell to Conservative Prime Minister Stanley Baldwin, a man better known for his pipe smoking than his radical politics.
Stanley Baldwin had a problem in thinking about this. He really did not, as a Conservative, want to promote nationalisation. But at the same time, it was perfectly obvious to industrialists that electricity was too expensive in Britain, and there were clearly some advantages in votes in spreading electricity further.
Baldwin put a revolutionary bill before Parliament. The state would construct a national grid to connect the 122 most efficient power stations across the country. He believed only this could lower the price of electricity and modernise Britain. Nothing like it had been seen before. The Central Electricity Board embarked on the biggest single peacetime construction programme Britain had ever seen, and one that would take years to complete. "4,000 miles of transmission line and cable had to be run across Britain, and it would take over 100,000 men to do it." The first of Blomfield's many pylons went up on the 14th of July 1928 near Edinburgh. Some schoolboys even came home to witness a pylon appearing on the family farm. The last pylon of 26,000 went up in the New Forest in September 1933. The grid was completed ahead of schedule and on budget. Regions across the country plugged in and switched on.
So the grid was built, and in no time at all, consumption of electricity in the country, well, people were having electricity who'd never had it before. People, individuals, and of course, industries.
The grid came good on its promise. The price of electricity fell, and current flowed from power stations to substations, through local distribution networks, and into our homes.
We're at Cowley substation, which is just south of Oxford. It's a bit like a junction on a motorway for electricity. And we've got 6 lines going away from this substation, 2 which go across to the west, to Gloucester. We've got 2 that go to the east, then we've got 2 that run down to the Didcot power station. The main reason we have overhead lines as opposed to a lot of underground cables is overhead lines are easier to maintain, and underground cable costs more per equivalent length.
By the 50s, far more power needed to be shifted across the country than had ever been envisaged by the original grid. The solution? The supergrid. Each line able to carry at least 6 times more power.